It began in the silence of a morning that promised nothing but peace. The sun filtered through the ancient trees, casting a golden light upon the river, a picture of tranquility that felt almost eternal. But nature has a primal way of sensing the unnatural, of feeling the vibration of death before it ever touches the ground. It started with a sound that cut through the calm, a dog barking at the empty blue sky, a warning cry directed at something invisible to the human eye. An old man shielded his eyes, looking up, feeling a shift in the wind that made his blood run cold. He didn't know it then, but he was witnessing the last quiet moments of the world we knew. The clouds that rolled in weren't just a storm, they were a shroud, swallowing the light and casting a shadow that would never truly lift. In the heart of the city, the warning signs were ignored, lost in the noise of digital billboards and the rush of the afternoon commute. But inside the safety of our homes, the invisible enemy had already breached the walls. It didn't start with explosions or armies, it started with a cough. A simple, rattling cough that shook the bodies of fathers and mothers, a fever that burned through them with terrifying speed. We watched in confusion as cars smashed into each other on the highways, drivers succumbing to the sickness behind the wheel. The smoke began to rise, pillars of gray choking the skyline, but we were still in denial. We stared at our screens, waiting for the news to tell us it was contained, waiting for a solution. But the eyes of the infected told a different story, hollow, dead, and void of anything human. When night finally fell, the panic truly set in. The transformation was absolute. Those we loved, those we sat beside on the bus or passed in the grocery store, were gone. In their place stood things of nightmares, creatures with rotting skin and glowing eyes that harbored a hunger we couldn't comprehend. The suburbs, once safe havens of identical houses and warm windows, became hunting grounds. We locked our doors and boarded up our windows, huddling in the dark. We heard the whispers in the air vents and the scratching at the glass. We thought the locks would save us. We thought that if we stayed quiet enough, the storm would pass. But we were wrong. The screams from the street proved that no door was strong enough to hold back the collapse of society. Now, the fires have burned down to embers, and the chaos has settled into a terrifying new reality. Those of us who are left stand on the rooftops, looking out over the skeletal remains of our cities. We see them down there, standing in the rain, waiting for us. We look into the dirty, tear-filled eyes of our children and realize we have no promises left to give them. We are no longer the masters of this world, we are the prey.
It's too risky.
The darkness is no longer empty, it is inhabited by things that crawl and slither, things that used to be us. This wasn't just an outbreak or a tragedy. As the last lights flicker and die, we finally understand the truth. This was the extinction. This is the end of us.